Rob, you okay?
I'm all right, Rob. Thanks. How are you?
Good. I have to get all this sorted. You know what I'm like on this. First of all, Joe Rodon back. Is he ready to start, given the fact that he hasn't played for Tottenham this season?
He's played 26 minutes since our last game in the Euros, so I think that just leaves it out there for everybody to make their own conclusions from that. So it's great that he's joined up on camp. He's fit, absolutely fully fit now, and he's had one training session with us today. So it's great to have him involved with the squad in the camp. Like I said, he's a massive part of what we want to do moving forward, and great to have him back involved with the boys.
And you had hopes. There was an outside chance of Aaron Ramsey, but that didn't materialise.
No, I didn't. We've been in constant contact with the club and Aaron himself, and he pushed and pushed, but he just fell short of where they wanted him to be then to allow him to come away. So frustrating, but you know we've got other players now that we've given the opportunity to.
This game tomorrow sees the return of fans to the Cardiff City Stadium. You know, not just the few who could attend the game before the Euros. How big is that for you and your squad?
Yeah, it's massive. You know, the supporters have always been a part of our achievement over the years, you know, and to have been a part of that when we qualified for the Euros back a couple of years ago now, was a great experience for me personally. Having seen, and I was a supporter myself then back in 2016 for the Euros and what we did. It's great when you get the fans' involvement. So it's fantastic for us and the players to get the supporters back there with us.
And you want that atmosphere that was generated, you know, when you got over the line in the Nations League and all those sort of occasions.
Yeah, of course. There's no greater feeling when you're playing well and individually and as a team, and the crowd are with you and behind you, and you know they play a big part in it. You know, sometimes when you got to dig deep, if you're hanging on to a win and you got to dig deep, and the supporters are there with you and they're singing and chanting, and you know it does help you get across the line. So they play a massive part in it.
And likewise, Rob, quickly, they fans are now able to travel to the away games next month to the Czech Republic and Estonia. Again, how much of a lift is that on the road?
Yeah, well, I should imagine for the supporters as well, because it's not just they go and see the game. You know, it's an experience for them. They go off for the weekend, some of them, and make a thing of it. So for them, it's nice. But for us as a team, it's nice to have your supporters with you all the way. You know, they do play that. They are the extra man that you need sometimes when you've got to dig deep, like I said, certainly away from home. And yeah, it's a good step forward, a positive step forward. We understand the commitment that needs to be shown from the supporters. You know, it's a midweek game. It's a lot to ask of, you know, people from North Wales coming down, but we just encourage them to come and help us get the 3 points tomorrow.
And 3 points tomorrow would put you into second place. I know that you've always had the fallback of likely playoff place, more than likely playoff place in March because of the Nations League sort of achievement. But just talk us through how important it is if you can't catch Belgium to finish in second in the group.
Yeah, well then it gives you a better playoff opposition, so it gives you a better prospect later on then for the playoffs. So we've got everything to play for. You know, we're not ruling out top spot, so we're you know, we're going to give everything we can. The next game is tomorrow night's game against a very good Estonia team, and we're fully prepared for that now. So we're looking forward to that, and our short-term aim is to get 3 points in that and just take each game as it comes. You know, we've still got some tough fixtures, like you said, in October and then November, but you've got 13 players out injured at the minute as well, so it'll give us an opportunity then for October, November's camp to get everybody fighting fit and raring to go.
And you've got some players back now, though. Ethan Ampadu and Tyler Roberts and Harry Wilson back from suspension. This is probably the best position you've been in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a frustrating time, but like I said, we've had 2 positive results. You know, we've had we give some of the younger players an opportunity against Finland, which was a beneficial exercise, and then we had to scrap a win against Belarus, and so we're pleased with the 2 games, and now it's all set up nice for tomorrow night's game.
And last one from me, Estonia concede plenty of goals, but they do score. They've scored in every game so far.
Yeah, we've watched them against Northern Ireland. We watched footage last night of them playing against Belgium. They come out of the traps really fast. They scored after 2 minutes against Belgium. So It's not, you know, it'd be disrespectful to say there's easy games in this competition. There aren't any easy games for different reasons. You know, are we expected to win? Yeah. You know, are we the favourites to win? Yeah. But it's never that easy, Rob. You know that. You've been in the game long enough yourself. So we're fully prepared. We've adjusted and addressed a couple of things that concerned us the other night. On the counter-attack, they're a team that are decent going forward. They play with 2 centre forwards and a constant threat. So we'll respect that, be ready for the counter-attack. But again, it's about what we do, and the players that we'll have on the pitch will hurt them.
All the best, Rob. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, Rob. Thank you.
Diolch, Rob. Lawrence Moore.
Hey, Rob.
Hi, Lawrence.
So some of the players have been back at camp, haven't they? While you guys have been travelling to Kazan, what sort of shape are they in? Can you take us through what you've been doing with them as well while you guys have been out playing in Belarus?
Yeah, so when we left Finland on Saturday to go over to Kazan, a group of players come back, the ones that obviously didn't get the visas to travel. So it was worthwhile exercise because they had a game against Finland. We sent a fitness coach, Cav, come back with them to make sure that they got the work done while we were out there playing on the Sunday. And then we were all back in together as a group on Monday, some done a recovery and some done a training session. So everybody's been back together. We've had a squad of 26 training together today, now fully prepared for tomorrow's game.
I mean, in many ways, it must be quite a nice problem for you to be able to freshen up the team if necessary, but the usual football way is the people in charge of the shirts are the ones that want to hang on to it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. We'll pick a team tomorrow that we think will go and win that game, and like I said, you know, it was a big performance on a heavy pitch. You know, I don't foresee too many changes, but we'll see.
And then you said that there about, you know, you've still got your eye on that top spot. So did you have an eye on the Belgium-Czech Republic game at the weekend? And, you know, what is the sort of mood of the camp like? Is it still that top spot that you guys are aiming for?
Always, whatever competition we go into, we always want to finish, you know, top. Of course you do. And yeah, we're in a tough group. We've got the Czech Republic that we got to win against at home, which was a great result for us. We all know the qualities that Belgium have got, and of course they're going to be favourites to finish top. But why would you enter a competition and happy with finishing second or third? You know, it's not in our DNA. It's not in our makeup. We won't accept that. We'll be pushing for the top spot. If we slightly underachieve, then we get second spot, and then it gives us a better playoff place. So there's lots to play for.
Great. Cheers, Rob.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, Lawrence. Phil Catton.
Hi Rob, just a quick
Hi, Phil.
question. Overnight there was talk that the World Cup might be played every 2 years. I just wondered what your view would be if that was the case.
Well, we want to qualify for major tournaments. How that's going to work with the Euros, I've not heard of that, Phil. So I'm not sure. If I'm being completely honest with you, we just want to be a part of every major competition. It's great for the supporters, isn't it? They get a competition then. Well, there's one every 2 years anyway with the Euros and the World Cup. So I'm not sure how that's going to work.
And just can I ask one question on Ethan Ampadu?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on his move to Italy?
Yeah, I think it's another great experience for him. It'll be another league, and you know he's a talented player that he needs to go out and play games. You know he's at a fantastic football club in Chelsea, and there's no point in him staying there and playing 23s football, in my opinion. He's done the hard yards before. He's proven it. He's gone out and played Championship football, then Premiership football, and now I think this is the next best move for him for his development.
You'll be able to get a trip to Venice?
That'd be quite nice, Phil. What made you think I was thinking of that?
do you speak to players, Rob, just about moves? Do they come to you for advice on where to go?
Yeah, I was, especially with Ethan on this one, because it was the Monday, the deadline day, that, you know, there was lots going on in his head. He had a couple of other options, but you know, it was a difficult time for him, for DJ, and I sat down with both players and had discussions about it, and you know, and just there really somebody to listen, you know, and give advice on. But ultimately, it's got to be right for them. They'll make the final move, the decision, because it's got to be right for them, and I think both players have made the right move.
Thanks, Rob. Good luck tomorrow.
Cheers, Phil. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. Rob Ellis.
Hi, Rob. I just
Hi, Rob.
wanted to check just by whether Gareth Bale will be starting tomorrow.
Well, I'm not going to give you my starting lineup.
Okay, well, I'll follow. The reason I asked that is tomorrow will be his 99th game for Wales, so he's edging close to that century mark. just wanted to hear from you really kind of what an achievement that will be, hopefully, if he gets there in the next month or so to reach that century.
For any player to get 100 caps for their country is an absolute unbelievable achievement, and speaks volumes about them as characters. You know, he's first on camp, he leads by example. You know, he's the same as what I said about Chris Gunter when Chris got his. You've got Wayne Hennessy that's on probably 97, I think, 97. So we've got a good group of senior players, and I can't speak highly enough of them. You know, Joe Allens of the world, the Ben Davises, Chris Gunter, Gareth Bale, Wayne Hennessy, Danny Ward. You know, they're great lads to have in that changing room, and they deserve all the plaudits they get if and when they get their 100 caps. And for Gareth to achieve that, it'd be nice to be a part of that, yeah.
Thanks, Rob. James Nursey.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, James.
Thanks for your time. Obviously, Gareth's hat-trick got a lot of headlines. It was the first time in a while that he scored for you. I presume you never doubted him, but even to a player of his stature, can that be beneficial to his confidence, getting back amongst the goals and in such spectacular fashion?
Yeah, absolutely. Every player thrives on confidence. Of course they do. We're all human. We all like to be told we're doing well, and we all like to feel that we're playing well and doing well. So he's no different to that. Absolutely. So I've never been in question of his ability or his commitment or his goal scoring record, anything. You know, for what he does. You think back to the Euros and Aaron's goal against Turkey. You know, if it wasn't for his pass, we wouldn't get the shot. So the chances he creates as well is second to none. So he brings a lot more than just scoring goals to the team, and I'm pleased for him. You know, to get his second international hat-trick was a great achievement. Wonderful, 3 goals, all different, and yeah, great achievement for him.
And lastly, you know, you were talking earlier about how some players have benefited from some moves. Obviously, Gareth has gone back to Real Madrid this summer. What sort of what do you make of that in terms of what it's done for his demeanour or confidence, or what sort of place is he in now he's back in Madrid?
Well, I think you saw that on the pitch the other day. I've seen a spring in his step in training. We've seen that in the game he played last week. And I think he's the same as any player. Every time I come on camp, you want your players playing. And he's gone back over to Real Madrid and he's started the season. He started well there. So he's playing football for his club, and we'll see the benefits of that. And he seems to be in a good place at this moment in time.